ganja as I fall on my knees today. Help me, God, I pray, preserve my soul today. I look around the world today, oh God, and you will see Pharisees and backbiters take nothing vanity.
Good morning and welcome to Amuragal FM. The time is exactly 9:35 in London City, 6th day of October 2016. As you may know, elections, Gambian elections, or gambling elections, I will call them. You know my stance. My stance has been since the beginning of the year that there shouldn't be no elections unless Solo Sundance killers are brought to justice, Solo Kruma's killers are brought to justice, and Mr. Dabo is freed and Yaya Jammeh is impeached. Unless those couple of factors or conditions are not met, I don't think anybody can convince me to go to elections in December. You're listening to Amuragal FM. Yes, this is how we're going to be doing it, approaching the elections in the Gambia and the elections in America. I'm sure, I'm a bit baffled. So tonight or today, we're going to just talk about the two elections, the sister elections, and also the controversial visa ban or deportation ban between the government of the United States and the Gambia. We're going to elaborate on those three stories. So the Gambian elections or the gambling elections in the Gambia, full of, petty criminals, I would say. And also the elections, the Trump elections, the Trumping elections in America with Donald Trump. Donald Trump is a thief. If you want a thief to lead your country, I feel sorry. I feel sorry for the Americans, and I don't know how. And that's why anyone who knows me, and I made it clear, I don't want to go to America because I don't like the American system. Everything is big, everything is extra. Me, I'm a mad kind of person here. I don't want anything extra. I just want it medium. No extra, no large, no whatever, but medium. So me, I don't want to go to America. I don't like the way the American people think, and I don't like the American system. I don't like it. So having to choose out of how many million people in America, over 60-something million people in America, they cannot just come up with some decent candidate apart from Donald Trump. Donald Trump. I have no support for Hillary Clinton because I think Hillary Clinton has been part of the system that went around the world and bombed the whole world. That's what I think. I think of her. I don't support any of them. Throughout America, millions and millions of people, how comes they can only come up with people like Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton out of millions and millions of people? Shame on the American people, man. And still now you have a massive and a big support for Donald Trump. And Donald Trump, for 18 years, Donald Trump has failed to pay his tax. He doesn't pay tax on his billions or millions of dollars. So Donald Trump is a thief. He's thieving from the taxpayers, from you, the American taxpayers. I cannot understand how this world is coming to. And you... just alongside that, that's going to take us back to the United Kingdom. The United Kingdom, Theresa May and the new government of the United Kingdom with the Brexit and all those complications. The same way, these people, they don't like to... And I feel sorry for people these days. And it's worrying if you have to leave people like Donald Trump to be the leader of the most powerful country in this world. Donald Trump, the chief of staff of the biggest army, the most powerful army in the world. Come on, imagine what's going to happen to us. And the same thing happened, right, back to the United Kingdom. Jeremy Corbyn is one of the best candidates that one can elect. And Jeremy Corbyn, since he came to power, because of the lobbyists, because of the Blairites, how do you call it? The Blair surrogates and the old Labour who are still now, they're like a cancer within the Labour Party. They've revoked 2 to 3 elections to just impeach Mr. Corbyn. But because the people love him, and we, the people who are fed up of these petty wars, who are fed up of going around and killing people, stealing people's wealth, people's natural resources, and leave them in chaos and in havoc and in messed up their countries, we are fed up of seeing that. So we want to elect people like Jeremy Corbyn. Recently, he's won an election with a high majority against Owen. That Owen is a thief. He used to work for some pharmaceutical companies. Now he wants to be the leader of the Labour Party. How can we allow that to happen? And that's why he's nobody. Jeremy is back in power. But still now, the media, some of the media, because those media houses are still supporting the Blairites. They are still supporting the lobbyists. Their friends, for their friends' interests. They're fighting for their friends' interests. Going back to America's elections, how can the American people select out of millions of people nobody other than Donald Trump? Donald Trump is a thief. He said it. He said he used to steal, he used to use the legal laws of the country to prevent him from paying tax. He dodges paying tax through the loopholes of the financial jurisdiction in America. So that's what he's trying to tell people. But now he's telling people if they elect him, he's now not going to work for Donald Trump. He's going to work for you. He's going to work for the American people. He's been working for Donald Trump all these years to rip you guys off, to steal your money. But he said if you elect him, he's going to now turn against Donald Trump and work for the United States, which is a big fat lie. For 18 years, he has not been paying no tax. We're going to take a break by giving you, which one shall we give you? Papa Juf. But after this, no. Ousainou Darboe, actually. Ousainou Darboe's speech. Lawyer Ousainou Darboe's speech. After that, that will take us back to the Gambian politics. The messed up situation, the chaotic situation in the political spectrum in the Gambia. We'll have a proper look at that. And it's a shame. It's a big fat shame that people with senses, educated people, quote unquote educated people, can ignore the truth for 22 good years. That's a shame. That's a shame. No, we'll leave you with Youssou, actually. No, actually, Lawyer Darboe. It goes like this.
Dada niente mungano keso adoba de keso bental follow nyina nim fata na deputy party leader continue the leader of the party adan abedanna bedanna gabgamen ko ngal kili nyina la we are not going to find violence adum bali ya marla hello bali ya marla mbali ya marla mallafi mbed mbali ya marla mallafi nimbitala mallaf moy nendir kuma faaf dala mallaf moy kuma faadala me alon kam ko kuma kurun namo be menno ma al solo dinna afure wala balure fatmata war bula no goy njañol bula alemel ares aliye bula mbom nole kuma do fundla mallaf moy monin mallaf moy ni moy be ni moto ben siloka ya ko be woto ni bala pila mallaf wala bitalo ne peaceful demonstration nimme yen soto jeto Gambia le jareta nyale natra solo wakti natra solo sifa dinding natra sifa Gambia ye muna na tel nyata balu tel nyata sira kafa Gambia ye. I ask all of you it's going to be orderly. The leadership ntele betar la nyato to ma lebulan no nin keso be moy follow mal antel abentel follow mal so mal lafi atel mal malan kam koma malaf momo etra nyato al be etran koma ngode dia maro dia mbam ngal tem to.
Right. We all had it there. What the man was, that was the voice of Honorable His Excellency Usainu Numkunda Dabo, falsely detained at the moment at the Mile 2 prisons in Banjul. What the man was saying there it was a mixture of Mandinka and English. What he was saying there was, this was the day after the murder, the brutal murder of Solo Sandeng. And I think if we all can recall, Solo Sandeng and his corps went out there to demand for the re-amendment of the electoral reforms. And that electoral reforms, if you all can understand the meaning of electoral reform, that electoral reform that Solo Sandeng and co went out there to fight for, and Solo ended up losing his life, is still for this December elections. It's in regards to these December elections. So if people trying to contest in this same December elections with those hanging, those remaining issues are not yet resolved, i.e. the electoral reforms, why are people still anticipating, or people getting ready, or people forming their bogus political parties for the December elections? Hence, Solo Sandeng has lost his life. His corps are detained in prisons. Some of them even disappeared. Some of them even unaccounted for, because we don't know how many people were arrested and who were those people. Some of them even died because they were not famous or heads of the organizations. Therefore, we don't know about them. They disappeared, and their loved ones cannot protest, or their loved ones cannot shout about it. When Yaya Jammeh's government goes, is when all those people will come forward and start crying. It's when people will start crying when Jammeh goes. That's what happens. And Solo has lost his life. Why? Because of the electoral reforms. Mr. Dabo, as we all heard there, the day after the brutal murder, the torture and the murder of Solo Sandeng, he had a short press conference to tell people and his followers to follow him peacefully and march down the streets of Banjul, demanding the corpse of Solo Sandeng, or the body of Solo Sandeng himself alive, or his body, his dead body. That's what he was saying. And he was also advising on the same note that his followers, the congregation he was having, he was telling the congregation that they don't want or don't wish anyone to cause trouble or to instigate violence or start violence in any way or form. They want to convey a peaceful demonstration to demand the body of Solo Sandeng, dead or alive, as we all heard it there. So if that man can be arrested and imprisoned, falsely imprisoned for 3 years after the death of Solo Sandeng, on top of that they kill Solo Nkrumah. If you maybe social media user, you will find out that Solo Nkrumah also was a very, very active He was an activist, basically. I don't know which party he belonged to, but